camp. And she couldn't. Well, she said that said we was going to war, you know, the white and the black won't go to war here, you know what I'm talking about. But she's supposed to be out here to help. And then she ain't picked up nothing but a rear end. She ain't moved nothing. I mean, zero. Poor Joe just what now she's ever, that big woman ever down there. Well, later on they sent me a bill out here for $1,780 or something it didn't do. You do what I'm talking about? No, they charged me for what she didn't do. If you see how backward thinking go? She ain't done nothing.
It could be aggravating. It's a pain where it shouldn't be sometimes.
I told that. I asked that guy yesterday, you know, that they was going to do big wonders, you know, and I asked him this, I said, let me ask you something. I said, you're gonna call yourself helping me now. I said, you want to help me? Oh, yeah. I said, but then later on I'm gonna die, and I said, you're gonna come in and try to take what me and my youngest worked for all these years. You'll take it. Somebody's gonna give me no answer. It's in Bangladesh, you know, anyway, you left. There ain't no white people run nothing in South Carolina, nobody. The only thing in South Carolina, they run a gas station, they run a pump or something, you know. White people, that's too bad below the legal standard, they can't do that. They can't do that, you know, they got to do something. But, well, I can't take your drug, I know that, and see, he wouldn't answer me. I mean, no sir. So, I'm not going back out to the 13th. I'm not going, and I got a prescription for drugs. I'm not going to take his drugs, though. I wasn't. I'm through with them. You know what I mean? And I don't want nobody else to tell me that they got a certain place that'll help people that was. I don't want nobody to come here with that no more. I don't want to hear that no more. No. And see, it's like this, James. Me and Bill Mama, we can make it. We can make it. We're not hungry. And we're not cold. I got a bunch of work around here that needs to be done, but I cannot do it. And Hal won't do it, you know what I mean, and Bill. It's like Ricky said, he has a bunch of work he needed done, you know, and it's in the paper every day. No, every day we get the paper come twice a week. And I quit with it, it's good, but anyway. And any job, there ain't no job too large or too small. They take any kind of job, you know. And he called 5 of the zombies, ain't nobody went out there yet. Huh? You see what I'm talking about? Huh?
That sounds right.
See?
Right.
They ain't come out there yet.
Yeah, I've said before, like, you know, I go to work, so I go to a coffee shop and have some coffee. And I've had people come in and ask people if they wanted to work. And they're sitting there and they're trying to bum money off of me to buy them a cup of coffee. And the guy comes in and says, I pay $10 an hour, but I need somebody to dig ditches for a week for me. At $10 an hour, cash. You know, in other words, they're not going to have to take taxes or nothing. $10 is $10 clear. And I ain't seen him walk out with anybody yet who took him up on the job offer. I've seen this happen more than once.
Well, the old saying goes, they want the job, but they don't want to work.
They don't want to work. They want the $10 an hour, but they don't want to work for it. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's it.
Because I've never seen, and I've seen this happen several times, and I've never seen anybody say, yeah, I'll take the job. Yeah, I'll be there. What time you want me to start in the morning, or anything like that. And I've never seen one stand up yet and say it. But then, you know, he'll leave. They won't take the job, and then they come up to you, Jim, I'm kind of broke. Could you lend me $5? Well, what are you going to pay me back if you don't have a job? And you're hitting me every night. You walk in, if you go in there, you'll see the same guy every night, and he's got his hands up, could you buy my coffee for me tonight? You know, and then I've been right there, this one guy was telling me how hungry him and his mom were. They hadn't had nothing to eat in 3 days. And the guy come in and said, I need somebody to help me at a construction site. And I don't know if it was digging ditches or what, but he said, I need somebody for about 2 or 3 days to help me. And he says, I pay $10 an hour cash. No questions asked, no taxes, no nothing, just $10 an hour is yours, you know. And this same guy sitting there telling me that him and his mom hadn't eaten in 3 days or something like that, but I buy them something to eat. And then he turned down the job. And I told him, I said, don't ask me for any money. I said, don't ask me for any money. And his mom had had a stroke. I said, I'll buy your mom something to eat. I said, but I won't buy you anything. I didn't say it that way. But I told him, I said, I'll buy you. See, she's sitting there like this, Daddy. She'd have a stroke. And she's sitting there like this, you know, she's just sitting. You know, he says that we're going to the coffee shop, Bob. You know what I'm saying? And then after he turns on the job, he turns on the food, and he says, well, would you buy me a cup of coffee? I've already ordered my coffee. My mom and I are drinking coffee, but I don't have nobody to pay for it with. I told him, I said, this is your problem. I said, it's your problem.
James, I'm telling you, this is first hand. I go to that Sam's one day, and there's a man in there from, the deal with my money ain't working, but anyway. The other side of Louis Louis, Georgia, you know what I'm talking about. Mom, what's it? Who cut Jessup, Georgia?
Jessup. I was trying to say Jessup or
Jessup. We said that Sam run into him somewhere. Now, Sam had him out there. And Sam was telling me about he run into him over there. And the same story about you telling. The boy was in Waterbury, and but they lived in Jessup. But his daddy worked at that paper mill, on the left before you get to Jessup. On the left.
Rainier or
yeah, it's a fiber outfit there with the name of it, you know what I mean. But anyway, he worked there 35 years, he said his daddy worked there 35 years. But he got down sick, and one of them places, like I tell you, want to help these people out, and so they come in and they took over and they took care of his daddy and see that they had something to eat out there and this, that, and the other. When he died, then
they took the house.
They come in, they took their home away from him. And so this is their story now, you see what I mean? Remember, this is their story, his story. And he brought his mama down to that economy courts in them Waterbury, right across from where Keith used to run.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, the economy lodge.
Yeah, economy lodge. Yeah, that's the story now he told Sam, he told me too, that well, his mother was staying there. And he was out trying to get a job, well. He was telling me that they took everything that they had except one lot. And they still owe $1,500 on the lot, and they took it, Well, I said, well, boy, I said, I'm a poor man. I said, but I never refuse hungry people. I never have, I never will. If they're hungry, affect the children. And he said, well, I'm not begging this time. Well, I'll work, I'm willing, I'll work, I'll do this, and I'll work, I'll do this, that, and that. I said, well, yeah, this ain't much. I had $1 bills in my pocket. I said, take this $4 and feed your mother. Well, he stayed out there and he called himself a carpenter. I seen him working. I knew he wasn't no carpenter. He was out there, on that outfit that burnt. Sam's outfit burnt back there, the piano and all burnt. But anyway, he felt like somebody out there trying to, he might have been well qualified to build an open shed or something, but that was about it. He wasn't, he's like, I'm not no carpenter, I can't build up. But the next thing I know, when I went and asked Sam about it, he said, man, I paid him off, but he went off and got drunk, and he come out here for 3 or 4 days. You see what? 3 or 4 days. He said, when he come back, I told him I didn't need him. See, just this. That was a problem all the time. Probably his mama was drinking too,
Yeah,
Probably both of them.
Well, see, this guy here, his mom just kind of, wherever he went, she went. You know what I'm saying? Because he kind of like led her around. She'd had a stroke and she didn't, and she could barely get around. You know what I'm saying? And like I thought, when that guy offered him that job, and he comes over and hits me for money for food. And I told him, I said, no. I said, the guys here trying to get you to work. I said, no, you're not going to do anything to hurt yourself. And I said, I told him, I said, you're not getting any money out of it. So I'll buy you mom something to eat. I said, but I don't buy the food. I'm not giving him the money to buy it with. And I told him, he said, well, we got 2 coffees, you on your own. I said, you ordered it knowing you didn't have any money. I said, you explain to the manager how you pay for it. I said, I'm not doing it, you know what I'm saying? But he just flat refused. The guy said, I need somebody for just a couple of days, 2 or 3 days to help me, $10 an hour. And he said, and I thought, oh, he'd have jumped all over it. You know, if you work 8 hours a day, 10 bucks an hour, it's $80. You can buy a little bit of food with that. But I know that when him and his mom, they finally got up enough money, and they left there, and they went to Las Vegas, Nevada. They got paid and the bus ticket. They gave, I think the city or something gave him a bus ticket, and he left. And he was gone for about 2 or 3 months. And I thought he was gone forever. And every night I go in there, he want me to buy his coffee, and him and his mom's coffee, and him and his mom's coffee. And see, I'd go in there before I went to work, do my paperwork, and then going into work, and I had it done. All I have to do is get my truck and go. And he just, he come in there, and like I said, he moved in Las Vegas, and he come back up, and I walked in there and see him and his mom. And he told me, you know, he's telling me first about Las Vegas, how when they got there, he went in and he won $100 with a quarter, you know. And I said, well, you won $100 with a quarter? And he said, yeah. I said, well, how much of it did you keep? Well, what do you mean, how much did they keep? I said, you put it all back in the machine, or did you put it in your wallet and walk out the building? Oh, no, he said, I gamble some more. And I said, how much did you have left? He said, well, I lost so much. He not only lost that 100, he lost what he had left. And then I found out later, though, that what had happened is Las Vegas didn't want him and his mom there. So they bought him a bus ticket to Reno, Nevada. Well, Reno, Nevada didn't want him there after, you know, being there so long. Then I found out that when he got to Las Vegas, he weren't there long before they got rid of him. Him and his mom, they put him on a bus ticket to Reno. And Reno gave him a bus ticket back to San Jose. And then he walks in and he's telling me about, you know, how, boy, the food was cheap, which is true. Food is very cheap in Reno and Las Vegas.
You see how fake it sounds? The welfare would have took care of his mother.
Yeah, the welfare would. But the thing that got me, Daddy, he tells me about all of the, you know, what it was like in Las Vegas and Reno. And then he turns and tells me, you know, and he never once said, how are you, or anything like that, or how have you been, or anything, but he's telling me, he's standing there telling me, while he's standing right there beside me, and I didn't say sit down or anything else, he's telling me about how great it was, and how much, and I found out, and I asked him, well, how much did you win? Well, I lost all my money, that's okay. Yeah, I feed my bird.
That ain't no cardinal, that's a queen.
Yeah, that's a queen, that's right.
Don't play chess, ain't you? That's where the Cardinals come in, and the king.
That's the female.
Yeah.
The pretty ones are the males.
Yeah.
The scrouchy looking ones.
The dog color one is the female.
Hey, before we left that house here, we have a bunch of doves in our backyard.
I got them right there. Is that this morning?
Hey, I've been looking to see that boy is going to kill himself. He's chasing them all over that poor thing. He ain't getting nowhere. He's chasing them girls all over. And I told Claudia, I said, he's going to get tired sooner or later.
No, he catch one record.
He's going to kill himself.
No, he catch one.
I don't know. He weren't having any luck.
Herbert killed that for red, but he can't. They were
Crazy.
I know.
Why is he killing?
Mr. Wesley, you know what?
We all in the trap out there, pulled the head off and threw them out. Well, you know. He says they eat his garden, you know.
He's crazy.
You know what they tell at home? We got all the sow bugs and different worms, cutworms, and all that stuff. And they tell you if you want to eliminate using pesticides.
I don't believe in pesticides.
Well, what they said is you start feeding the birds in your backyard.
She on this porch.
But she said they was eating up her butter beans.
No, they're not
He's
eating.
crazy.
They was eating the jump bugs off of them.
Like I tell you, I don't want you to bother my lizards. They work their way.
There's about 4 or 5 on this porch.
Yeah.
Come in the house, they wanted to go back open. He days left. I look at that. I don't bother.
Anytime you see, there's 3 green ones here.
There's 3. I've already, I see them.
You ever seen them lick out and get something, James?
Well, they're turning like lightning.
They'll sneak up on them flies. I sit there and watch it. And they'll sneak up on the fly.
That tongue must be that long.
Yeah.
It was way out there.
Yeah.
No, what you need there with Bo Herman, I wished 1,000 times I'd have done it, but everything happened for the best. Put up a private fence 8 foot tall, where that bastard can't see over it nor around it. You had it.
You see my curtain there, have you? Larry works on the trucks and the cars and them elevators over there. Works on them.
Yeah, I know it. I've been up there.
That's a big money outfit. Yes, sir. I mean, big money.
Yeah, them boys load. I think Larry said they'd load anywhere from 7 to 9 tractor trailer loads a day there.
I've seen at least 15 trailer loads right here.
That's putting them out of there. And them tractor trailers, see, they want that watermelon away from 18 to 22 pounds. And now, I believe Larry said them things hold 3,000. Is 3,000 or 7,000 watermelons?
I don't know, but I told them they hold a lot of them. That's what we're talking about.
They get, them boys
they
get.
say now they want to weigh anywhere about from 17 to 19 pounds.
All right, them boys get, they got as high as 25 cents a pound for them watermelons. Them seedless melons, you figure 25 cents a pound now. And a little old watermelon, say 20 pounds, what is that? You figure 7,000 to a truck, just say 5,000 to a truck, and you're loading 10 truckloads a day, you make some money.
Yeah.
Or you bringing in some money.
Well, you see, they can't start picking until after the dew drop. If they pick them with a dew
10
drop.
o'clock in the morning, they usually start.
Yeah, when they pick them with... Well, see, Tom, it's so hot out there, I can't even breathe out there. They work right on. They don't quit.
Them fellas don't.
They're picking that watermelons up, choke, it's that truck.
All day.
Yes, all day long.
I know.
And you go down there. Larry tell me, he said, you would think you was in church. He was not far.
See, they got...
vulgarity.
Hampton County used to be the watermelon capital of the world. They still claim they are. You know how many farmers plant watermelon in Hampton County? About 20.
I'll be done going back to 60 cents a pound now, boo.
No wonder pork chops so high.
Yeah.
He sat up there and he said, hold it.
To see Mama and Daddy, whatever.
I think ours was 20 something. He said, he was trying to bring the price. He said, if you get a hog in this market,
meanwhile,
you're going to pay a full 21 cents a
stay
pound
there
instead of
for 3 days and come back. And
And
we
they
sit in the house and she's telling me about
one of them
that.
said, suppose we want
And
some.
I just told her, I said, I moved up
Pay
on
above
and I
21
went out.
cents.
And I phoned down his house.
Buddy, I'm a
That's when they go to farms at 8 o'clock. That's when I got 30 more minutes of sleeping. Charles Lewis, just don't tell Jimmy to eat any of that when he's getting on the airplane. You want to save him with a quart cup of it on the plane.
Hey, Dustin, get out of here now, please. There's guns in there, Dustin, get out. How you doing?
I'll be good to you. Still right in the family.
I didn't say that.